Today, we're going to dive into a stunning 700-year-old Korean poem. Now, it's only 20 characters long, but believe me, it holds this incredible secret about what it means to be truly wealthy.
So this is the line right at the heart of the poem. I mean, it sounds gorgeous, doesn't it? A jade ladle, bright pearls. But what if I told you this image has absolutely nothing to do with money? We're going to solve this puzzle, but to do that, we need to go back in time.
This is really the core question the poet wants us to think about. It kind of pushes back against everything we think we know about value. So keep this idea in your head as we look at this strange little story from history that, believe it or not, is the key to understanding the whole thing.
To get our heads around this beautiful poem, we first have to take a trip to ancient China for a cautionary tale. It's about a man, his obsession, and a truly mind-boggling amount of pepper. So let me introduce you to Meng Chang. This guy was rich, lived during the later Han Dynasty, but he wasn't exactly famous for his wisdom. Nope. He was known for hoarding one specific spice, pepper, which back then was worth an absolute fortune.
And he didn't just have a little bit extra stashed away. He hoarded 800 goks. Now, a gok is an ancient unit of measurement, and just to give you some perspective, a single gok could weigh up to 360 kilograms. The man had a literal mountain of wealth, a treasure trove of spice just locked away. So what did he do with all this treasure? Absolutely nothing. He never used it, never sold it, never even tasted it. After he died, his entire life's obsession just rotted away and got thrown out. He basically became a historical punchline, a symbol of pointless, foolish greed. Now remember his story, okay? It's the key that unlocks everything in this poem. All right, so the poem we're looking at is called Yuha, written by the 14th century Korean poet Cho Hae. Yuha literally means rain on the lotus. And guess what? It starts by directly calling out that foolish hoarder we just met. The very first line, which in Korean is pronounced貯椒八百斛, is a direct reference to Meng Chang's greed. Let's break down what each of these Hanja characters actually mean. The characters literally tell the story. First we have Jio, which means to hoard, then Cho, which is pepper, then palbek, 800, and finally gok, that ancient unit of measure. See, it's all right there. And there you have it, hoarding 800 units of pepper. The poem kicks off by pointing straight at Meng Chang's folly, setting the stage with a type of wealth that is, in the end, completely worthless. The next line, pronounced 천載笑其愚, delivers the final judgment on this kind of greed. Let's break this one down too. We hear 천載, which means 1,000 years. Then so, to laugh. And finally, 기유, his folly. You can probably see where this is headed. So the first two lines together make one powerful statement, hoarding 800 units of pepper. And for 1,000 years, people have laughed at how foolish he was. The poem makes it crystal clear. This kind of wealth isn't something to admire. It's ridiculous. But now the poet pivots, and this is where it gets truly beautiful. This is where the poem just completely shifts gears from judgment to pure beauty. This line introduces a totally different kind of image. The Korean reading is 하여록 약두. So the phrase starts with 하여, which is kind of like asking, yeah, but how does that really compare to? And then it paints this picture using rok, which is green, ok, meaning jade, and du, ladle, a green jade ladle. And here we are, the final mysterious line from the very beginning. In Korean, it's竟日量明珠. This line completes the poet's gorgeous alternative to hoarding pepper. Okay, our last breakdown. 공일, meaning all day long, rang, to measure or count, and 명주, bright pearls. So we're right back at our opening question. How does hoarding pepper compare to spending all day counting bright pearls with a green jade ladle? Well, it's time to reveal the secret. Okay, this is the moment. This is where it all clicks. The entire poem hinges on a pair of brilliant metaphors. The rotting pepper of a greedy man is about to be contrasted with a treasure that's pure, natural, and, well, it can't be owned at all. That green jade ladle, it isn't some priceless artifact. The poet is talking about a lotus leaf. You know, how it's curved perfectly like a little bowl, glowing green. It's a treasure you can find in any pond. And what about those bright pearls he's counting all day? They're the raindrops. gathering on the waxy surface of the lotus leaf, glistening like perfect jewels in the sun. This isn't a treasure you lock in a vault. It's a fleeting moment of pure, natural beauty.
This contrast just lays the whole philosophy of the poem right out there for us to see. On one side, you've got Meng Chang's wealth, a finite, rotting hoard that becomes completely useless. And on the other, the poet's wealth, countless raindrops, a symbol of timeless beauty that costs nothing and is available to absolutely everyone.
Shohei's poem isn't just a clever observation, you know? It's a profound guide to finding what really matters, and it's just as relevant today as it was 700 years ago.
The wisdom here is so simple, yet so deep. True wealth isn't what you can hoard, it's what you can appreciate. Material things can become a burden, just like that rotting pepper. The poet is suggesting that a life rich in these small moments of beauty and inner peace holds so much more value. It's a shift from a life of having to a life of simply being, where happiness isn't found in collecting more stuff, but in quiet satisfaction. So in the end, the poet is really challenging us to look past this constant desire for more pepper in our lives and to find our own rain on the lotus, those simple, beautiful, priceless moments that make life truly rich. What's yours?